Friday. Hello, hello, hello. Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're not familiar with this channel, this is the Sammie Nicole and FeeFee show here on YouTube. Excuse me. And on this channel, we are a dynamic mother-daughter duo, the only dynamic mother-daughter duo. And on our channel, we love discussing all things love, life, relationships, pop culture as well, from both the millennial perspective, myself, Sammie Nicole, and the Gen X perspective, my oh so beautiful mother, FeeFee. Now, FeeFee is currently getting her hair braided. Yes, she want to be like me, twin. Where have you been? She's getting her hair braided. But she will be back later on. So, we'll definitely make sure we talk about Nesto and all of that. But I just want to do a quick little unboxing with y'all and have a quick discussion with y'all about these purses for my ladies that love purses, handbags, that are into that kind of stuff, especially that luxury designer goods. I just want to have a real quick conversation with you real quick, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. So as you're coming into the live, please hit the like button. If you're watching the replay, hey, what's up? Thank you for watching the replay. Please make sure you hit the like button down below. Please make sure you hit the like button down below. Also, to like this live, double tap the screen or in the upper right hand corner, click on the three dots and hit the like button, okay? Also make sure you share this live as well if you know anybody who might be interested in our content, who might like what we stand for, okay? With that being said, okay, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. All right. So, I have been influenced by the people on the clock app, on the TikTok, that I've been seeing people talk about the yellow app, the DH gate. I've been seeing people talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. Now, at first, I was like, no, I don't want no inspired bag. I only buy authentic bag. And let me just say this. This is a safe space, okay? Y'all are my dynamic family. Y'all my dynamic sisters, my cousins, my aunties, my big sis, my little sis, my good Judas. Y'all my dynamic family, all right? Okay? So this is a safe space. We listen, we don't judge. So like I said, I've been seeing people talking about the yellow app. And initially I was turned off. I was like, I don't want nothing fake. I only wear real things. My necklace is real. My David Yermans are real. Like, I only wear authentic things. I don't want nothing fake. It looks cheap. It wears and tears. I don't want it. All right. But then I kept seeing them girls talk about the yellow app on the clock app. And then when it broke out on the clock app, that a lot of these luxury items that we buy over here in the States and across and in Europe and all over the globe, they're made in China. And then they're simply just shipped from the Chinese manufacturer over to Europe or to the States, and then the actual made in Italy or made in France label is just sewn in, and then the bags are sent over here to the States. So the actual construction of the bag and creation of the bag is typically allegedly made in factories in China, and then they just ship them over to Europe or they ship them over to the US, and the said luxury designer just sews their label into the bag, and that's it. So once China spilled that tea earlier this year, I'm not gonna lie. This is a safe space. We listen, we don't judge. It made me feel a little silly because in the past I have spent thousands on authentic luxury goods because I was so caught up in I want it to be real. I want it to be authentic. I don't want anybody clocking my tea. You know, telling me that my goods are not real, that I'm carrying something fake. Like, no, I don't want that. Everything I own, it needs to be real. It needs to be authentic. It needs to be verifiable. I don't want to do nothing fake. No. And I feel like in part, that's the F the effed up part or the messed up part, the psychological impact of capitalism. And also I think it goes even deeper too with me being a person of color, me being African American, for those of us who are African American or who are just people of color, we know how much we take pride in our appearance. We take pride in having nice things. Just thinking back to the psychology of it all, when you think back to, our ancestors that were enslaved people. I don't like to say they were, so I like to say they were enslaved. They were people that were enslaved because they were always people. Um, come from a history of, you know, not always being able to have access to nice things, to, you know, what we perceive as being nice things, whether it be designer or just goods that are well crafted and made of great, durable, reliable material, right? And so, because a lot of us who, you know, are from the States and even from the islands too, and you know, who come from backgrounds where, historically speaking, we haven't always been afforded the opportunity to buy nice things and have access to nice things. You know, once you have the ability to obtain those things, you go after it. You know, you, I hate to use this word, in a way you kind of covet it. And I know that it's not good to be materialistic, because you can have it today and it can be gone tomorrow. So I hold space for that. I acknowledge that. I understand that you can't take none of this stuff with you when you pass on and go up to glory. So I get that, y'all, but just hear me out. You know, a lot of us, especially living in a, you know, first world country for now, like America, we gravitate towards consumerism. You know, a lot of times we spend money to, not always out of necessity, but to make us feel good, to make us feel comfortable. If we're bored, if we're sad, you know, we go out and buy things. I'm speaking about myself too, because I've been guilty of that, where you just, it's just hyper consumerism, buying things you really don't need it, but you see it and you just want it. You know, you just want to feel good, or you just want it and you just buy it, knowing doggone well you got three other dresses that look just like the one you about to buy. So what do you need it for? It's just in a different color. But I digress. Okay. So, with that being said, you know, seeing everything that's going on with the luxury designers being exposed on TikTok, and, you know, just thinking about kind of low key how kind of silly it is, how we get caught up in consumerism, you know, as Americans, and then going even deeper as people of color, how we feel like we have to have the fire stuff. Nothing wrong with it, but we have to have designer this, designer that, and knowing that majority of these designers don't even like our black arses. They don't even care for us. I mean, look at Gucci and, you know, Givenchy and the different ad campaigns that they do that are derogatory and offensive, but yet we still continue to support them as people of color, you know, which is a topic, a whole nother topic for another day. So after seeing that, you know, with these luxury designers being exposed on the Clock app, and how it literally costs nothing to make these bags. I think I saw something on TikTok where it said it may cost between $500 to $1,000 to make a Hermes bag. And we know the cheapest Hermes bag what starts at 10K, if that. So, you know, just taking that all in and thinking about that, and, you know, listening to different financial podcasters and bloggers like the Budget Nista and the Broke Black Girl, who, it's a catchy name, but she definitely ain't broke, not no more. Just listening to those women, and, you know, them talk about money and wealth management and money management, you know, it's definitely got me, you know, thinking about how I spend my money. And I'm pretty good with my money. I'm a Capricorn, so we always gonna have something. But could I be better? Absolutely. You know, and then you're thinking about the economy and everything that's going on. And, you know, this is just time to be smart with your money. This is not the time where you feel like you need to try to showboat or prove to people that you got it. At this point, who gives a what people think? You know, excuse my French. This is the time to be financially responsible. So if you've been feeling it in your shana, you've been feeling it in your spirit that you need to be more financially savvy, more financially responsible, please make sure you do so. Okay. Please, this is your sign, you know. Not saying that you have to live in fear or live in lack. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that there's something wrong with wanting nice things, especially if you got the coin, get it. You know, if that's what you want, go get it. But I'm just saying, be smart with your money, you know, and I'm talking to myself as well. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and do the unboxing. So I got this bag. Now I got this bag off of the Yellow app, and I found out about it from the Clock app. Now, as you know, with these bags from the Yellow app, you know, sometimes you get your packages quickly when you order them. Sometimes you don't. It just depends on who the seller is on the Yellow app. on the DH app, they have a lot of different vendors on there. So you just have to do your research. I usually like to check and see which vendors have the highest ratings and which vendors actually have customers that post pictures of the product that they're selling, because it is coming from China. So, and you can also communicate with vendors on WhatsApp as well if you're concerned or you have any questions. Okay. So, I decided to do my research, and I have been eyeing this Louis Vuitton Speedy 20 bag for a minute. Okay. Now, online, this bag is about 1900. Now, do I have it? Yes. Could I go to Fifth Plaza? I'm in Atlanta. Could I go into Fifth Plaza and walk into the Louis Vuitton store and buy this bag? Absolutely. And still be able to pay my bills? Yes, I could. However, after knowing what I know about how and where these bags are made, and feeling kind of low key silly because all the thousands of dollars I spent in the past on buying authentic bags, because I didn't want anybody to clock my tea or, say something slick about me buying something fake. Child, now I don't give a damn. Whatever. Who cares what people think? But, because I had that mental hang up, and I bought into that consumerism and that whole my stuff gotta be authentic. I gotta be that great, gotta be all that silly stuff. Not realizing that a lot of the people, they buy, they call it inspired bags. Black folks, we call it fake, but a lot of them, they call it inspired bags, and you would never know. I'll never forget it. I'm from Atlanta, like I said. I remember one time I went into a flea market with my ex stepdad. My stepdad at the time, he's not my ex stepdaddy. And we went inside of the flea market, and y'all, no lie, it was the flea market like right across the street from Greenbrier, from my people, ATL people. And when we went in there, it was nothing but white people buying knockoff Louis Vuitton duffel bag, purses, Gucci bags, you name it. It was nothing but white people in there buying them bags up from the Chinese. And I was so shocked when I saw that, because usually, people always assume that when a black person is wearing something that's a designer goods, you question if it's authentic or not. Usually, when you see a white person, I know this is due to racism. This is due to racism. This is due to our own, people being biased, prejudice. I get that. But usually, when you see one of them wearing a designer bag, you automatically assume that it's real. Well, once I saw all them was in that flea market across the street from Greenbrier Mall buying up all the fake luxury bags, I was awakened. My eyes were open. I was no longer ignorant, because I once was ignorant and thought, oh, if they have it, it's real. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Because usually, as people of color, we're the ones who get questioned because of racism, if our designer goods are authentic or not. Whereas with them, they get the benefit of the doubt. But no, baby, they be up in the flea market, they be up in the discount malls too, and that's not allegedly. I seen it with my own eyes. Clock that to you. So that got me thinking, like, okay, the people who really have the money and who really kind of have a little bit more knowledge about how these goods are actually made, people who actually travel and do business internationally, they knew all along that these designer goods were made in man, uh, manufacturing facilities in China. It's just now that the general public, the general masses are finally starting to come hit to game, right? But now that we've come to that realization, and we know that people who present themselves as wealthy and that are well versed in how goods are made on an international level, they've known all along, which is why they've always gone to the flea markets and the discount malls to buy the quote unquote knockoffs, because they was already hit. They already knew what time it was. All right, it was just us because of, being fearful about what people think about us, how they perceive us, that we're so hesitant to get hit to the game and buy it. Now, some of us been buying knockoff bags. So I know some of y'all watching like, girl, I've been buying it. I've never spent my money on these designer bags because I knew all along they were being made in China and I was hit to the game. That's y'all that was slow and just getting hit. Okay, cool. Give us some grace. We know now. All right. So I just say that to say a lot of these that you see walking around, they buy inspired bags too. They don't call them fake. They call it inspired. So I'm going to call it, this is my inspired bag, AKA my mind your business bag. So I've been talking for a minute. Let's go ahead and unbox it. Here's the packaging it came in. And like I said, the seller will notify you via WhatsApp to let you know about the bag. So if they're a good seller on the yellow app on DHgate, they will communicate with you, let you know when the bag is shipped. And they'll, be friendly, let you know, hey, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, et cetera, et cetera. So they'll communicate with you via WhatsApp. So I encourage you, if you are thinking about purchasing from the yellow app, make sure you download WhatsApp so the buyer can communicate with you if need be. And if you have any questions, if you want to buy directly from the buyer instead of on the yellow app, you have that option to do so as well. Okay. Hey, daughter of a legend. She said, my previous boss used to buy her real LV bag and also buy the knockoff version when she traveled, etc. Okay, that's smart. That's smart. And I have some real LV bags as well. And I've been like comparing them against some of the Mind Your Business bags I've got. So here we go, y'all. Dun. So I'm unboxing this with y'all in real time. So you're going to get my honest reaction. So this is the dust bag. Now, what I've learned from doing my research on the Clock app, shout out to TikTok. TikTok, as messy and ghetto as it can be very informative. I've just now got on TikTok because I used to kind of like look down on it because it was just a lot of mess. My mama, she loved TikTok. But, now that I'm opening up to it and I see how lucrative it can be and how educational it can be, I really like TikTok. It's really just depend on your mindset, your perception, and, what you're curating your algorithm to pick up on. So, hey, Dash, what's up? So here's a bag. Now, like I was saying, with DHgate, you do have to request, for the most part, you usually have to request that you want a dust bag because sometimes they don't always give you a dust bag. All right. So this is the dust bag that it comes in. And I'm gonna open that up. Let's see, y'all. I've been eyeing this bag for a minute, but I said let me see what they talking about on DHgate first before I get it. So here it is. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, it's a little smushed. I don't like that. But here's the bag, y'all. This is my new Mind Your Business bag that I got from the yellow app. Yes, TikTok University. Yes, daughter of a legend. What y'all think? What do y'all think? Are we feeling it? What y'all think, y'all? What say you? This is the Speedy 20 bag. The Louis Vuitton Speedy 20 bag. I've been eyeing this bag for about a year now. Like I said, can I go into Fifth Plaza, go into the Louis Vuitton store and buy it? Yes. Still have money in my bank account? Yes. But like I said, after finding out what I found out on TikTok about how these bags are made in China and they just ship them over, they make them for pennies. I said, you know what? Let me get a yellow apple try and see what they're talking about. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off the handle. I'm gonna be very gentle. This is like a little mini box cutter I got off of Amazon. If you're interested in any of my Amazon finds, I do have an Amazon storefront where I link all of my favorite Amazon products. So you can check it out. All right, so I'm gonna tear this off. Let me see. I bring y'all down some. Yeah, I'm gonna bring y'all down some so y'all can see me a little bit better. All right, y'all. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I paid like maybe $20. I'm not mad at it. It's got the Louis Vuitton. All right. That's the bottom. It's a Speedy 20 bag, so it's a small bag. It's cute. It's dainty. All right. Here's the handles. What y'all think? Here's the handles. It doesn't smell, because a lot of times when you be buying those inspired bags, I'm gonna call it inspired bags, like the white folk. Shout out to all the white people. They usually stink, but this doesn't stink. Y'all know, like, it has a weird smell. It doesn't stink. At least, from my research on TikTok, some people say the bags stink, but they don't. It doesn't stink. Here's the handles. The handles feel good and sturdy. Like I said, I have authentic Louis Vuitton bags, and it feels just as sturdy. All right, so I'm going to open it up. Okay, it comes with the strap. So here's the strap. It's got Louis Vuitton. Hopefully y'all can see this. This is the strap. Okay. Strap. So I can take it and I can hook it like this if I want to. Boom. Let me get out. Okay, boom. I can hook it. I can hook it on this end too. Here's the inside. Inside looks good. Look, it's even got the label inside. Y'all see this? So, I don't know, y'all. I like it. So far, so good. Here's the inside, what it looks like. Got this. I like it, y'all. I like it. I'm pleased with it. So, I like it. I like it. Now, this was not the only thing I got from the clock app. I got something else too. So, let me show y'all that. But so far, I'm pleased. I think this might be a cute little bag. This go with my outfit. So I think I'm gonna be rocking it. So if you're thinking about buying a bag, buying you a mind your business bag, this is what I call my mind your business bag. Let me know. Yes, Daughter of a Legend. I was about to say that. I will share the link. Yes. If you're thinking about purchasing a mind your business bag, I will go ahead and include the link to this bag. Like I said, my best advice to you guys is when you on the yellow app, DHgate, make sure you find sellers that have high ratings, right? That have a lot of reviews, and 3 that have buyers post pictures. So basically they're attesting to how good their quality how good the quality of their product is. Me personally, I'm not going to purchase from a seller if they don't have pictures, because that's how you get got. And keep in mind, with DHgate, there's a plethora of different sellers, different vendors. You can either purchase directly through the DHgate, the yellow app, from the vendor, or once you once you purchase the product, they'll usually reach out to you afterwards via WhatsApp, and you can start, if you want to go back and just purchase from the vendor directly. Once you get your initial package from them, you like it, you're like, okay, I want to buy some more purses from them or more items, inspired items from them. You can just start communicating with them through WhatsApp. So I do like that. So you literally can have like a direct POC to China and get the goods. So, okay. All right. So this is good. I'm happy with this. I can make something shake this summer with this. I can make something shake. I can make something shake this summer with this. And yes, Daughter of a Legend, I will share the link. Okay. So I bought something else from the yellow app. I decided to buy a scarf. I guess you can't really call this a bandeau, even though I do have a bandeau. So I bought this as well. Hold on. Okay. So I bought this as well from the Yellow app. So I'm gonna open this up. This is like a scarf. Um, this is supposed to be a Louis scarf as well. And I bought this from the from the Yellow app as well. And what I was going to do was, my plan was to, I've been seeing a lot of girls, what they do is they take the scarves and they wrap it around the purse handle. And I thought that was so cute and just creative. And so what I was going to do was I was going to take this scarf, like so, like that. Shout out to Tabitha Brown. Hey, Jay Blake, how you doing? I'm looking forward to seeing you next Saturday. Also, if y'all are in the Atlanta area, we're doing a meetup next Saturday at 3 p.m. in the Metro Atlanta area. We're taking a candle class. We will have light bites and a little drinky drink. So if you want to hang out with us next Saturday, meet us in person. You've been watching us for a while and you're interested in meeting us and just kicking it with us, right? We everyday people like you. Email me at Sammie Nicole and FeeFee at gmail.com. Email me at Sammie Nicole and FeeFee at gmail.com and we'll give you our information to where we're going to be hanging out at. So we can kick it and just, build a community. You've been watching us for a while. You like us. You want to vibe? Let's do it. Okay. Let's do it. All right. So I got inspired to do this off of social media, of course. And I saw how the girls, they was tying the scarf, right? They would tie their Louis Vuitton scarf around one of the handles. And they also do this with the Hermes bags too. And then once you kind of wrap it around the handle, then you kind of like tie it in a knot like that. Baby, I'm living my best life this summer, honey. Okay? You tie it in a knot like this. And I just thought this was cute. What do y'all think? I thought I would try it. Maybe I'll tuck in the scarf a little bit more. But I just thought that was so cute. And that was such a fun way to dress up your bag. Like you get your little bandeau or a scarf and you just wrap it around the handle. And it just livens up your bag, gives it a little bit more flavor. Now I'll turn it around, I'll wrap it around a little bit more. But I just thought this was cute and I just wanted to try it out. Now, I do have an authentic bando from Louis Vuitton. Like I said, we listen, we don't judge. I feel kind of silly spending thousands of dollars on these luxury bags when you can go to a Yellow app and get the same damn thing. Excuse my language, but we listen, we don't judge, we live, we learn. And you know what? Hey, I had the coin, I wanted to get it, and I got it. God is good. But now I'm gonna be a little bit more smarter. Now that I'm up on game, okay. Um, but yeah, okay. So this, and I want to show y'all an authentic Louis Vuitton scarf that I went into Saks Fifth. I went inside the Louis Vuitton store and I actually bought it, and I spent hundreds on it. All right, so this is the box. Y'all got Louis, Gucci, so y'all know it ain't nothing new. Y'all carry the same bags too. We like the same thing, so it ain't nothing to do. We all got nice things. So I'm just having girl talking. But this is the authentic one. Y'all already know what this looks like. This is the actual bando that I bought. This is the authentic one. Now, when I compare the authentic one to the inspired one, like the white folks say, we ain't gonna call it fake. We ain't gonna call it knockoff. We're gonna call it inspired, like the white folk. White folk call it inspired. They don't call it fake, okay? So that's something new for y'all. Don't call y'all stuff fake. Call it inspired, okay? That's what the white people do. Y'all know I'm silly. But this is the authentic one, and this is the inspired one. It feels the same to me, y'all. It feels the same. This is authentic. Wear it. This is authentic, and it feels the same. I need to wash it, but it feels the same to me, y'all. It's not much of a difference. It's not much of the difference. So this made me feel even more silly But I'm gonna give myself grace. I didn't spend thousands of dollars on real luxury designer, and I could have went on this yellow app and got the same darn thing for the same quality. And who would know? If I wouldn't have told y'all my business, you wouldn't have known. You know what I mean? You would have been like, okay, she carrying her Louis bag, cute, classy base. I love it. She's a cute young lady carrying her Louis bag. Okay, cool. Y'all, this is the authentic one. This is real. I paid hundreds of dollars. And this is the one I paid $6. I paid $6 for this. It feels the same. Y'all, they got us. It's the same material, y'all. This is the authentic one, and it's the same thing. The yellow app is DH Gate, J Blake. So when I say yellow app, aka DH Gate. That's the yellow app. So when you hear people say yellow app on TikTok, that's what they're talking about. DH Gate. It's the same thing, y'all. It feels the same. It feels the same. This feels like silk. This is silk. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I feel like we've been getting got. I'm not saying don't go down to the Fifth Plaza or the Saks and walk into the Louis store and get y'all goods. I'm not saying don't get it. But I'm saying for someone who has done it and who has now decided to check out the yellow app, it's giving twin. It's giving twin. It's the same damn thing. Excuse my language. So I think yeah. I don't know if they gonna see me at the Louis store anytime soon. This is authentic. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's the same thing, y'all. I don't know, y'all. They got us. They got us. So I've got one more bag to show y'all. This is another Mind Your Business bag that I got off of DH Gate. Now this is the Speedy 20. This is the Speedy 20. I will link this bag down in the comment section for anybody who's interested in purchasing. Now, I thought I was going to have to wait 2 months to get this bag. Y'all, I got this bag in like 3 weeks, which I was surprised because usually with the yellow app, when you buy a bag, you usually be waiting like 2 months because it's coming overseas, right? But with this bag, they must have already had it in stock or something. I don't know. The Lord worked it out. This must have been fresh off the boat and they had it. I don't know. But with this bag, I got this in 3 weeks. With this bag, this is another bag that I'm going to show y'all that I got from the yellow app. It took like 2 months for me to get this bag. I was getting to the point where I was about to dispute the charge because I was like, when am I going to get my package? What's going on? Typically, they tell you 4 weeks on the app for shipping, but this took 8. So this is another one. This is the Alma BB bag. Now I have another Alma bag that is authentic, but I wanted to try this one out too. So here's this one. This one came with a dust bag. Remember, y'all, in the comment section, make sure you request that you want a dust bag so they'll give you one. This is the Alma BB. This is a smaller one. The Alma PM is much bigger, but this is the BB, and this is super cute, y'all. How cute is this? This is another Mind Your Business bag. So far I've purchased 2. No, I purchased 3. Yeah. But this is the second one that I purchased from the yellow app. So, and this is nice. It's sturdy, like the base is hard. Like, the Alma bags, it has the thing at the bottom, just like the real one. This is another Mind Your Business bag I got. Or like the white folks say, this is an inspired bag. Okay. This is really nice too, y'all. And then let me take my crap out so I can show it. I don't know. Do y'all keep stuff in keep a little bit of everything in each purse? I do. I don't know if that's like the Capricorn in me being anal, OCD. I don't know. But in every bag I have, I keep like staple things. Like I keep my wipes because I have to wipe myself. I have to be fresh. I have to be fresh. Different wipes that I have. I have my Clorox wipes. Y'all know I'm an epidemiologist by trade, so COVID did a number on me, baby. I wipes everything down. I have my little mini Purell hand sanitizer where you just fold it up and squeeze the hand sanitizer out. I keep it in every little bag that I have. But anyway, that's a side note. Let me get back on topic. But this is what the inside looks like. If you guys are interested in this Mind Your Business bag, I'll link it below as well. This is the Alma, Alma BB. This is a smaller version. If you want something that's bigger, you need to go ahead and get the Alma PM, which is, I think that's a little bit larger. All right, so this is what the inside looks like. And if you Google this, it looks just like the real bag. It's got the label inside, everything. It's red inside. It even came with the lock and key as well. Yeah, it's a bit larger. The Alma PM. It is larger. Yes. I got the BB. I got the smaller one. But it's nice. Yeah, the bigger one, it does look like a watermelon. Yep. It's red inside, yeah. And it's the shell, it's like it's firm. Like when the real bags, it's firm. Right? It's not flimsy. That's basically what I'm trying to articulate. The material is not flimsy. It doesn't feel cheap. This bag doesn't smell as well. Because usually, when when they purchase the inspired bags, they have a smell to them. This bag doesn't smell. And that's usually how you can clock somebody's teeth. You can smell their bag. Something about the inspired bags, depending on if they're made of poor quality, they have like a certain stench to them. It never fails. But this one, it don't smell. And it has a firm structure, the foundation base of it. So I like this bag too, y'all. So, I fear I might be becoming a DH girly, y'all. I fear now that I know what I know, and it's pretty much the same darn thing. I think I want to be a little bit smarter with my money. To hell with what people think. I could care less what people think at this point. Who cares? It's all about how you carry it. So I really like this. This is the Alma BB if you're interested. So I will link this bag as well. And then even too, like Daughter of a Legend said, if you already have the authentic bags, but you like to travel a lot and you don't want to bring your authentic bags with you while you're traveling, that makes a lot of sense to buy an inspired bag, because when you check your bags in, sometimes God forbid, sometimes you lose your bags when you're traveling. Sometimes, unfortunately, people will go in your bags and they're still, things from you, especially if it's luxury items like that, which is why I'm so big on carry on only. If I can do carry on, I'm doing carry on, because that's like one of my biggest, fears when it comes to traveling. Somebody losing my bag or somebody going inside of my bag and stealing my things, because I do have like authentic Louis Vuitton like toiletry bags. Those are real. I have like little pouches that I keep like my chargers in. Those are real. That's an authentic that I've spent money on. So, I can understand, like you said, Daughter of a Legend, why people want to buy the inspired bags to travel with and then leave their authentic bags at home. That makes sense. Buying the same bag twice, the inspired one and the authentic one, because, you know, Anything can happen. Not speaking that. I'm not claiming that in your life. Not claiming that in mine. We're blessed. We're protected. We good. But, y'all know how it go. So, let me see. Jay Blake says, so do you have to get them from a particular manufacturer on there? It does depend on the type of vendor. Not all vendors are created equal. And I was saying that earlier. So three criteria that they have to meet for me, just learning and doing my research on TikTok as well, is one, they need to have high ratings. Two, excuse me, they need to have a plethora of reviews. And then three, they need to have pictures. So the actual customers or buyers, they need to be uploading pictures of the purses that they purchased from that vendor. So basically I know like what the actual product is going to look like should I decide to purchase from that particular vendor. If I see that the vendor, they don't have a lot of comments, reviews, they don't have a high review, because you can rate the vendors. Or if I see that their buyers are not posting pictures um, with their reviews, I'm not fooling with the vendor, because I want to see what the actual product is going to look like so I can have an idea. So those are just some things that you want to keep in mind. Like I said, there's a plethora of different vendors on the Yellow app, so you just have to kind of do your research and sift through and see who the best ones are. In the search bar on the Yellow app, you can type in best sellers, and it'll show you some of the sellers on there who have like the higher ratings, like the 4.8 rating and above. So you know for sure, like they're the real deal, and they're going to be able to send you um uh let's see, a product that's of high quality. I'll just say that. So what I will do is I'm going to link the vendors that I use for both of these bags. And then also another tip too, if you have not downloaded the WhatsApp, download WhatsApp. WhatsApp is an app that people use to communicate internationally. So a lot of these vendors, they are in China, so you really are talking to somebody in China. And so they usually have to send the bags over from China, and then it'll usually come through like the ports in like New York, and then from New York they'll ship it to your address. So that's another reason why I recommend you download WhatsApp. And so that way, once you download WhatsApp, the seller will reach out to you and they'll let you know when your product has been shipped, and DHgate will let you know as well. Also, like I said earlier, if you decide that you like the product and you want to just start buying directly from the vendor and not go through the third party DHgate, because DHgate is just a third party. It's just a third party. It's just a liaison between you and the actual vendor. Now, if you don't want to go through DHgate and you want to communicate directly with the vendor, that's why you want to make sure you download WhatsApp, because you'll be able to get their contact information, and the vendors will tell you if you like the product and you want to buy from me directly going forward and you don't want to go through DHgate anymore. This is my information. We can communicate and do business via WhatsApp. You don't need to go through the third party or the liaison or the middleman, which is DHgate. Does that make sense? So you can do it that way. Let me see. Jay Blake said, right, I keep my valuables with me. That all makes sense. My fear would be not getting the purchase, like you said, once it starts taking too long. Yeah, but you have to be patient. You have to be patient. You have to be patient. It will come. And another thing too with DHgate, say God forbid it don't come, you can dispute it and they'll give you your money back. Because it took so long for me to get this back, and I was getting ready to dispute it until I got it. So I do like that about DHgate. They will give you your money back. Another thing too, if you're hesitant, you can also you can do payment through Carlana, right? just in case. So if it does take too long, you didn't pay all of the money up front. So you can just simply, tell Carlana I haven't got my payment, and you don't have to go through with the full 4 payment installments on the back. So that's another trick or tip that some people will do. If they're still a little leery, they'll go through like a buy now, pay later. So just in case they don't get the bag, then they can just cancel it, and then they wouldn't have paid the full amount. So that's another tip too. It's up to you. But just be patient. From my experience, if you pick the right vendors, you will get your stuff. From my experience. Let me see. Akeem Page said, how long does it take to get to you from DHgate? So on the website, they usually say about 4 weeks. For this bag, it came in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. This bag, this was 8 weeks. This was 2 months. It took me 2 months to get this bag. So, do with that information what you will. Like I said, you are communicating with people who literally are overseas in China. All right. So yeah, y'all. Thank you, y'all, for unboxing my bag with me. I like the bag. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer my stuff over into my Mind Your Business bag. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, God. Okay. I'm loving it. This is cute. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm gonna go ahead and tie this up a little bit more, get it back right. But y'all get the point. I think this is cute. I'm gonna get it pretty and get it right. But this is the point. This is the point. This is cute. This is the Speedy 20. Something cute. Because now what's in style now, nobody's really carrying the big bags anymore. All right. Nobody's really carrying the Speedy 30s and the bigger bags. We want something cute and dainty for the summer because we outside, right? We're outside this summer. So what's in style now is the cute, dainty bags. That's in style now. Now, there is a bag. If you don't like this size, this is the 20-inch. They do have the 16-inch, which is even smaller. I like to carry a lot of stuff in my purse, so that wouldn't work for me, which is why I got the 20. I didn't want to go 25 because I still wanted to be small, cute, and dainty, so I got the 20. And I love it. Like I said, it don't have a funny smell. I love it. All right. I'll show the inside again. All right. So I'm going to change purses. I was carrying Tory Burch. I love Tory Burch. Shout outs to Tory Burch. This is my Tory Burch bag. I love this bag. I got this bag maybe last year. So, but it's like cream, so it gets dirty really easily, which I don't like that. So, in efforts to this kind of reminds me of the YSL bag, puffer bag, which is why I got it. It reminds me of that. But I like Tory Burch as well. So, I'm going to transfer this over. Jay Blake said, I asked you about your sunglasses on your live when you were outside. Did you get them from somewhere? If so, can you please list us? Yes, soon as I remember. I can't remember. I don't know if I got them from Shein or Amazon. But as soon as I figure it out, yes, I will let you know, Jay Blake. I will let you know. So yeah, y'all. So I got my Mind Your Business bag. I'm pleased. I'm excited. So yeah, y'all. All right. So that's all I got, y'all. Like I said, if you're thinking about buying a Mind Your Business bag from the Yellow app, go ahead and get it. If you want to just, if there's a bag you've been eyeing, they have them all. If you just want to purchase that bag first, just to see if you like it before you go and buy the actual authentic bag, that's another option too. Another reason why I recommend the Yellow app is because for that very reason, so if you are thinking about buying a Chanel bag, but you want to see what it feels like, potentially what it looks like, how you wear it, because sometimes you can want something and once you get it, you don't really want it, you don't really like it. So I think the Yellow app is a great way for you to purchase those items to really see, What does it look like on you? How do you feel once you have it in your hands? And then if you like it, then you can always go back and buy the authentic one. If push come to shove, I can always go back and go to Fifth Plaza and go into the Louis Vuitton store and buy the real thing, if push come to shove. But I'm good. I think another thing too, like once you get your hand on authentic things, not it's kind of, how do I articulate this? Sometimes I kind of feel like the newness wears off. Because now you have it, now you can feel it, now you can touch it, now you're experiencing it. It's like, okay, cool. It's like, and we're just funny like that as humans. It's like when you don't have it, you covet it. You're like, oh, I can't wait till I get this. I can't wait till I get that. Like, oh my gosh. And then when you finally get it, you're like, okay, I'm happy I have it, but it's cool. And I don't know if I'm the only one like that. Y'all let me know if y'all are like that too. It's like once you get it, the high kind of wears off and you're just like, okay, cool. Like you're grateful that you have it. You take good care of it, but it's like, okay, cool. Like, okay, cool. So yeah. So if you guys are thinking about getting it, go ahead and get it. Like I said, I will link both bags. If you guys are interested in the scarf too, I'll link that as well. The scarf was only like $6. I got 3 of them there, and it feels just like my authentic one that I showed y'all. This is my authentic one, my bandeau. You're supposed to call it a bandeau, not a scarf, but child, this is authentic. I paid hundreds of dollars. I paid $6 for this. It's the same damn thing. I want to cry because I'm like, why didn't I just buy from the yellow app before? I low key want to cry because I'm like, that was a waste of money. But you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Like I said, that's just something about us as a people. We love to, we just like nice things, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think sometimes it can kind of be a detriment to us. And it's not just us, it's them too. It's all people. We live in America. This is we feed off of hyper consumerism. So, now I know what I know. And like I said, that time I seen all them white folks in that discount mall buying all of them inspired Louis Vuitton duffel bags and travel bags and Gucci bags. I was like, oh, okay. So that's smart. You buy the inspired stuff and you keep your money in your bank account. And I feel like during this economy, this you need to be smart. Be smart. Oh, thank you, Jay Blake. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, y'all, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm gonna link these bags down in the comment section. Y'all let me know once y'all get y'all bags. If there are any other type of bags that y'all get, please let me know. I'm so serious. If y'all get on this yellow app and y'all buy some other bags besides these, let me know because I want to know what your experience is like. This bag was like maybe $25. This bag was about maybe $50, $60. And then the scarf, I said, was like $6. So if y'all buy from the yellow app, let me know what you buy. I want to see pictures. I want to know. Give me your review on it because, child, I might want to get the bag too. All right. Bye, y'all. Love y'all. See y'all later. We'll be back later talking about the Nesto stuff. But I just had to get y'all opinion about this. So thank y'all. I'm glad y'all like the bag. I appreciate, y'all my dynamic family. So I do care about what y'all think. So I'm glad y'all like it. Okay. Yes, please subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. See you next Saturday, Jay Blake. I'm looking forward to meeting you and your daughter. I'm excited. All right, y'all. Bye. Love y'all. Hit the like button.